Don't buy the Pioneer AVH-2500NEX until you watch this video, because I'm about to expose the real problems nobody talks about. I'll show you what it's actually like to live with this 6.8-inch touchscreen car stereo. And trust me, it's not all smooth sailing like the 5-star Amazon reviews might have you believe. But here's what surprised me. For a refurbished unit sold under Amazon Renewed, it actually arrived looking and feeling brand new. However, that's where the easy part ends. The real story is in the daily frustrations, and I've got the proof. For the best price on this specific model, click the link in the description right now. You've probably seen the specs and they sound fantastic on paper. A big touchscreen, built-in Bluetooth, full support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it even throws in a backup camera. It's a feature list that screams modern convenience. Therefore, you'd expect a seamless upgrade for your car, a gateway to having a smartphone-powered infotainment system without paying a fortune. But the moment you start using it, you realize specs are just a wish list, and reality has a way of adding its own fine print. The first joke: this unit is so eager to connect, it sometimes pairs with my neighbor's phone. I call it the unintentional community radio. Let's dive into the touchscreen, the centerpiece of this whole experience. It's a 6.8-inch resistive touchscreen, not capacitive like your phone. That means you need to press, not just lightly tap. In a moving car, on a bumpy road, trying to hit a tiny button can feel like playing a carnival game where you always lose. This isn't a minor nitpick, it's a core interface problem. Therefore, using CarPlay or Android Auto, which are designed for slick, responsive screens, becomes a chore. You'll find yourself jabbing at the same icon 3 times while trying to keep your eyes on the road. It's a safety concern disguised as a tech spec. And speaking of CarPlay and Android Auto, the connectivity is the next major headache. The promise is wireless, right? Nope. The AVH-2500NEX requires a physical USB connection for smartphone projection. That's a cable you have to plug in every single time. In 2023, that feels ancient. So you get all the wires you were trying to eliminate snaking from the dash to your phone mount. But wait, it gets better. The connection isn't always stable. I've had CarPlay freeze mid-navigation or drop connection entirely, forcing me to unplug and replug the cable while driving. Not exactly the seamless integration Pioneer markets. For a product with NEX in the name, implying next generation, it feels stuck in the past. Now let's talk about the included bullet-style backup camera. It's a nice bonus, I'll give them that. The video quality is decent enough for seeing obstacles. However, the installation instructions might as well be written in hieroglyphics. They are vague, assuming a level of car audio expertise that most DIYers simply don't have. Therefore, you're likely paying for professional installation, which adds a significant hidden cost to this budget-friendly unit. Joke number 2. The camera guidelines are so optimistic, they make it look like you could parallel park a bus in a compact car spot. It's a confidence boost, but maybe too much of one. Bluetooth for audio streaming and calls is built in and works adequately. Pairing is straightforward, but the audio quality over Bluetooth is compressed and noticeably flatter than a direct USB connection. Hands-free calling is functional, though callers often say I sound like I'm in a tin can, especially with any road noise. Therefore, the built-in Bluetooth checkmark is technically true, but the execution is just average. In a world where even budget headphones have crystal-clear Bluetooth codecs, this feels like a bare-minimum implementation. You're constantly aware of the compromise. The physical build and design are solidly Pioneer. It feels robust, and the motorized screen that tilts is a cool, premium touch. But that moving part is also a potential point of failure down the line. The interface, when not using smartphone projection, is dated. It looks and feels like software from a decade ago. Clunky menus, blocky graphics. It's not a joy to navigate. Therefore, You become entirely reliant on CarPlay or Android Auto for a modern experience, which loops us back to the cable and touchscreen issues. It's a cycle of dependency on flawed systems. Let's address the Amazon renewed elephant in the room. My unit was certified pre-owned. It arrived in perfect cosmetic condition and powered on flawlessly. That part of Amazon's promise held true. But the tested to work and look like new guarantee doesn't test for long-term reliability or those intermittent connectivity gremlins that appear after a week of use. Therefore, you're taking a risk on the long-term health of the internal components. A brand new unit might have its own issues, but with a refurb, the history is a mystery. Joke 3. Buying this refurbished is like online dating. The profile pictures look great, but you won't know about the weird quirks until you've committed. Sound quality through the speakers, when fed a good source via USB, is actually very good. Pioneer knows audio. The EQ settings are detailed and you can tune it to your liking. This is a genuine strength. But again, you're hamstrung by the need for that physical cable to get the best quality. Therefore, the unit's best audio performance is locked behind its most annoying requirement. It's a constant trade-off, convenience versus quality. You can't have both here, and that's a fundamental design flaw for a modern multimedia receiver. So after all this, who is this for? It's for a very specific, patient person. Someone who doesn't mind a cable, who drives mostly on smooth roads, who values Pioneer's audio tuning above all else, and who is getting a professional installation for the camera and head unit anyway. For that person, at a deeply discounted renewed price, it might be a calculated gamble. But for most people looking for a smooth, modern, wireless smartphone integration experience, this is a frustrating doorstop. The problems aren't deal breakers in isolation, but together, they make daily use an exercise in tolerance. Before my final verdict, Joke 4. This head unit is the digital equivalent of that one relative who means well but constantly tells long, boring stories. You appreciate the effort, but you're always looking for an exit. And my exit recommendation is this. There are alternatives. Newer models from Pioneer and other brands offer true wireless CarPlay and Android Auto with capacitive screens. They cost more, but the quality of life improvement is massive. Therefore, the real question becomes, is saving money up front worth the daily annoyance? For me, the answer is no. The AVH-2500NEX feels like a product caught between generations, boasting modern features but executing them with outdated technology. Here's the resolution. If you are a hardcore Pioneer audio fan on a strict budget, understand the cable and press screen reality, and can handle a refurbished unit's unknowns, click the link in the description for the best current Amazon price on the AVH-2500NEX. But if you value a seamless, wireless, responsive experience that actually feels like an upgrade to your car, keep looking. Your patience and your sanity will thank you. Don't buy the Pioneer AVH-2500NEX unless you're fully aware of these problems. For that final best price check, the link is waiting for you in the description below.